Wake up before it's too late. That's what Flat Earth Female wants to tell us. Flat Earth Female is yet another coronavirus conspiracy nut. She thinks we all need waking up. She's going to talk about it a bit, and then she's going to tell us that idiotic thing that she plans to do. One group of people who don't need waking up are my amazing patrons. With massive thanks to all my patrons, including new patrons Cheesemondo, Brian A. Reid, Mr. Bozohead, Sven Arngrimson, Thomas B, Andy Woods, Glenn Chapman and Dark Saber, and my very newest patrons Chris Holmes, Crafty Keeler, William Schofield and Nell Pinion. Thank you all so very much. Well, go on then, introduce yourself, roll VT.
Hiya, Flat Earth Female, twice in 1 week.
That's just what Mrs. Sensible said.
I've just had a brilliant conversation with a new tenant that's just moved in. I just went up to see her there, and she's from Germany. And we had a fascinating conversation talking about how this is actually all bullshit, it's all nonsense, viruses, it's just for total control, that type of thing. So we got into that subject, ended up talking to her for about half an hour. It was fantastic.
I've got a feeling you had her backed against the wall, and that was probably the worst half an hour of her life.
And she was saying her son, he is 17, and he, when he was in Germany, going to school and stuff like that, they're taught completely differently from here. She says it's very strange how in Germany, it was strange to come here for him, because in Germany, in school, they're taught how to think for themselves and how to be critical thinkers.
Well, I don't know, but I presume then that there's a lot less flat earthers and conspiracy nuts in Germany than there are here, because the one thing you guys can't do is think critically.
She says when we came here, it's like they just want you to read from a book, copy the book, and they pass an exam. I'm like, I know. It was so brilliant to have this conversation with her.
Well, that certainly sounds like a different way of learning. So why didn't you read the book, learn it and copy it and pass exams then?
So I came out of there, went to the shops, and you've got to queue to get into a shop. So I don't queue to get into a shop. I go away in a mood. Like, fuck off. I'll not be part of this nonsense.
So you walked to the shops because there was a queue, you cleared off without whatever it was you wanted to buy from the shops. That doesn't sound too bright.
People that are wearing masks, people that are social distancing, people that are walking out your way to pass you in the street.
Oh, you mean people who are trying to protect themselves, protect their families and protect society in general?
You're the problem. If you're wearing a mask, if you're wearing gloves, if you believe that there's a virus floating about in the air, coming to kill you and everybody, you're part of the problem.
Well, people wearing masks or social distancing, how is that a problem for you? What issue does that cause for you?
If you don't go and visit your parents, if you don't go and visit your family and friends, because somebody has told you to stay at home, then you are a fucking idiot. You're part of the problem.
Or you have just protected your loved ones from possible risk of infection.
This whole thing is for total control.
No, this whole thing is to try and save lives and to try and reduce the peak of infections so that the health services don't get overloaded.
If you look into viruses and to see what viruses actually are, there's no all these wee stupid photographs you see, all these stupid CGI pictures you see of a virus. That's not what a virus looks like. That's a CGI thing.
Well, you're not just going to be able to take a photo of them with your iPhone. They're rather small, you know. This image is a transmission electron microscope image of SARS-CoV-2, which is the virus that caused COVID-19, as the particles, which are the round gold objects, are emerging from the surface of cells which have been cultured in a lab. It's real.
And if you actually look deep into what a virus is, Your own body, when you're not well for whatever reason, creates a virus, and it's a protein type of thing. It attaches itself to like the shit that's in your body, and it tries to push out like the disease from your body.
The virus attaches itself to shit in your body and pushes the disease out. Well, I'm glad you're here to tell us this, Professor. The virus needs to enter human cells and use the machinery within those cells to make copies of itself.
A virus it's not a living thing. It's not a living thing. It's a bit of protein type thing, and it's...
Well, it's true that it's not life because it can't replicate itself, but it gets replicated by infecting cells.
It's not airborne. You can't catch it. I can't get my words out properly.
Well, we're very fortunate that this virus doesn't transmit through the air. Some viruses do. This one could have been a virus that transmits like that. Then we'd be in even deeper trouble.
We've been brainwashed, not me, but we've been brainwashed into thinking that viruses are airborne, you can catch them by touching things, by touching money. This is all for total control.
I'm not sure that you actually have a brain to wash. Some viruses, including this one, are transmitted by touch or through saliva. They're called fomites. Others are transmitted through the air. Others rely on vectors such as mosquitoes. The point is, it's transmittable.
If you don't realise now like what conspiracy theorists have been talking about for years, then I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, believe me, I do know what conspiracy theorists have been talking about. And you're all bloody idiots.
Like every conspiracy theorist, including myself, is looking at the world around us just now going, we've seen this coming, like we've actually been like, not warning people about it, but actually thinking, this is the new world order putting like its bits in place. It's been doing it for years, like for 50 years, 100 years, thousands of years, like slowly drip feeding us wee bits.
Thousands of years. A conspiracy is some wild ass story without evidence.
They've made you shut your business by just suggesting it. There's no law, nobody can tell you to shut your business, but yet you've went and shut your business.
Well, I think you need to think again, Petal, because it is the law and they can make you.
You're fearing in case other people like shame you for opening your business during this fucking nonsense time.
Well, I assume that you are not a business owner, because surely you should then try and open your business and see how far you get before the police come knocking on your door. And, yeah, it would probably be a good idea to shame people like you if you were trying to open a business when you shouldn't be.
And it's like people are policing each other, and this is by design. This is all by design. It's for pure control.
People are policing each other and making reports in order to stop idiots from risking the health and well-being of the fellow members of society.
Like if you think, this is the mainstream narrative, if you think a man in China ate a bat and knew the whole world shut down, if you think that is actually happening, if you think that is real, that's a real story, then you're a fucking idiot.
I think you need to do a little bit more research and find out what the mainstream narrative is, because it certainly isn't a man in China ate a bat and now the world's closed down.
Like, look with your own eyes. Look at the news and see what's happening on the news, and then look outside at your own house. Put two and two together. It's not the same fucking thing. You watch the news, everybody's dropping down dead. Switch that fucking television off, like I've been telling you today for years. For fuck's sake. Like, look with your own eyes. Nobody's dropping down dead. There is no virus.
I'm not quite sure what you expect. You're expecting Mr. and Mrs. Dog Walker to walk past and drop dead in front of you. Today, 1st of April, in the UK, 564 people have died from the virus, and countless others have been infected.
There is a coronavirus, obviously. That's the common cold.
Well, that's about the only thing that you've said that is almost correct. Yes, the common cold is a coronavirus. So was SARS, so was MERS. It's a whole family of related viruses, or viri. Viris. Viruses as eyes. You know what I mean.
And if you test anybody, even years ago, if you test anybody that's feeling under the weather, they might come back positive for coronavirus. That's normal, that's the normal thing.
What makes you think you can put this crap out on YouTube? Misleading people. Stuff that is patently and demonstrably wrong. Yes, the common cold is a coronavirus. But remember, that's mutating all the time. There are different versions of that virus. And now we have another. That's why it's called a novel virus. It's new. A new version of a coronavirus.
I talk to as many people as possible, and a lot of people are not under the spell. A lot of people get it. A lot of people know that it's all bullshit and it's for total control.
Well, when it comes to viruses and virology, I suspect that a lot of people just don't know jack shit.
But my God, like I've switched off my Facebook app from my phone so I don't look at it because there's so many idiots on there.
Good idea. Now there's one idiot less on there.
That makes sense. Like, stay away from your people you love because you don't want them to die. Walk 6 feet apart from each other or walk 2 meters apart from each other to save lives. And I'm thinking, social distancing is a form of mind control. If you think humans are meant to be 6 feet apart from each other at all times, then you're a fucking idiot.
No, it's a simple method that we are temporarily invoking in order to cut down the chances of transmission of the virus.
Like, this is pure control and you're allowing it. Like, nobody can tell you what to do. You're doing this to yourself.
Well, I'm afraid you can be told what to do. You belong to this society. In this society, we police by consent. The police have powers granted to them, and they will enforce them.
You're walking, like, if I'm walking down the street and you walk away to get away from me, that's your fucking choice. You're being controlled.
Yes, that's my choice. My choice to follow the orders, the lawful orders of our government. Remember that, what you have just said. It's my choice. We'll come back to that.
My Instagram is it's flat, of course, if you want to add me on there.
I'm not surprised, and no, I don't.
But switch your TVs off. Stop creating nonsense for your own self. Go and visit your fucking family. Like, don't let people, like, die alone of normal fucking things that they were going to die of anyway. You're going to just, like, say, oh, I better stay indoors. Oh, it's madness. Utter madness.
No, according to you, you should go visit your elderly, at high risk parents, possibly infect them, and be the cause of their death. You chuffing idiot.
Oh, anyway, have a wonderful day. I'm going to be doing my gardening now because the sun's out and I'm going to do a bit of gardening. And then I'm going to go out for a long walk with the dogs.
Well, that sounds nice.
And talk to as many people as I can. As close to their face as I can. Oh, I'll speak later.
And you think that's funny. Remember what you said earlier on. If you were walking along and someone walks the other way, it's their choice. What you're advocating now is taking that choice away from them. You're possibly infecting them, or you'll possibly get infected yourself. That would be poetic justice, actually. The point is, you can't do that. You're
a fucking idiot.
Your video was pointed out to me by a guy called Mike. Now, Mike had made a couple of comments on the video. Let me read you exactly what he said. My comment was, my wife's friend's father is on life support because of this virus. It got deleted. Commented again, my wife is a key worker and her friend came into work today and told my wife her father is on life support because of the virus. The comment was deleted. This woman is nothing but scum. That's a quote. If you're so sure in all that you said, then you shouldn't have any issue with someone disagreeing with you. You should be able to evidence it. I had a look through a few other videos on your channel and I found one where you had some news.
Hi everybody, Flat Earth Female with fantastic news. I got the all clear, cancer free today.
That is good news and I'm very, very pleased for you, and it's obvious how relieved and pleased you are, and quite rightly too. So how do you know?
I was up at the Victoria Hospital in Glasgow to see Dr. MacDonald, the oncologist that tried to bully me into chemo, funnily enough, and he couldn't believe how well I looked. He said my skin is perfect, There's no sign at all of the tumour. There's no sign of cancer. Cancer-free. He couldn't get the smile off his face, actually, and neither could I.
Well, I've got a feeling that Dr. McDonald would soon lose his smile if he realised the sort of thing you're saying on YouTube about the virus and hoax. In Italy, 66 medics have died. We've had a few here in the UK. So you're quite happy to take advantage of the technology, the training and the experience of your oncologist, but you belittle people who are risking their lives today, tomorrow and every day for the next few months. And you're so stupid, you'd happily walk up to people as close as you can and talk in their faces. You're
a fucking idiot.
Mike, after much deliberation, I find that I agree with you. That woman is scum. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Something different next time. Until then, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.